Knotfest! It's Knotfest 2022 and it is the first Knotfest ever in Finland, which is amazing. You're headlining tonight. How does it feel for you to see things like Knotfest coming through Finland? Do you still feel that sense of pride around Finland?
Of course, legendary festival that takes place all around the world, and now it's here in our home country. So it's great to be part of it, and we are really privileged and happy that we got invited.
And Finland's a very special place when it comes to metal, isn't it?
There's no other country in the world where bands like, even extreme metal bands like Dimmu Borgir or Children of Bodom, they go straight to the top of the charts, and not like rock metal charts, the actual charts.
That's the thing, yeah.
So Finland is the metal country of the world.
Yes, Finland. Do you know what I love as well here is seeing all the different range of bands playing at the festival today, because I don't know if you remember this, like 10 years ago even, it had to be like, I only like this type of metal and I only listen to this type, but there's such a mix. Have you enjoyed seeing metal open up in the way it has?
Oh, for sure. But actually, I have to disagree a little bit. At least in Finland, I think the metal fans, they have always been really open-minded.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're really open for like new genres. I mean, when you think about Finland, we have the weirdest band. We have Apocalyptica, which plays metal with cellos.
Right, okay.
We have a Fintroll, who sings in Swedish. And then we have this artsy band called Nightwish, who has an operatic singer with all the genres you can imagine.
Yeah.
And people have always, at least in Finland, taken us really well. So maybe it's a Finnish or Scandinavian or European thing, but the metal fans have always been really open-minded.
I'd say it's definitely Finland, because I know in a lot of places in Europe, and let's be honest, there is that gatekeeping that often happens. I know it happens in the UK, where I'm from. But are you saying that that's something that Finland is against? No gatekeeping in metal. Metal is for everybody.
Well, there are Puritans in all the genres, of course. I heard that the classical genre is the worst when it comes to Puritanism. But I mean, I've heard my share of females don't belong into metal, and keyboards is an anathema to metal, all that junk. So. But it's a very small minority.
No, I've heard that as well, and you do get that, and sometimes I get questioned, name 3 songs, and it's like, oh, please, come on. So with you guys, it was amazing that you dropped an album at like around COVID times. Do you feel that affected you? Because it was 2020, so we were in it when you dropped your album. How do you feel that affected the release?
I think there was some good luck and bad luck in a way, because of course when the album came out in April 2020, we were supposed to start the tour from China. Yeah, and of course everybody knows that it didn't really happen.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We thought at least we're gonna be out there for the summer festivals.
Yeah.
And then everything just got postponed, and then of course 2 years almost we didn't play a show, and we had a new album out, which we couldn't like perform live, which was a bummer. But in the other hand, what happened with the band, and of course Marco left us, and so in a way it was a good luck, because we could have gone to tour. Yeah. And maybe it could have happened on the road, what happened during the COVID time. So in a way we were lucky.
Yeah.
So we got a chance to think about a few years what we want to do, and of course we are more than happy now than ever to play live again. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I imagine as musicians, you don't really get a break ever, do you? You don't really ever get to stop. And for COVID, it was like, right, that's it. It's stopped now. And so I guess it gave you a lot of time to reflect. Did it make you think about where you want to go going forward and how you want to grow with the band?
I felt this guilty pleasure for about a month after the lockdown.
Did
it's
you?
Like, this is actually a really welcome feeling, not having to go anywhere. But
Yeah.
after about a month, I got really bored and ended up doing 3 albums with 3 different bands during the lockdown. So the music
Wow.
never went anywhere.
Yeah. That's
But
amazing.
so glad it's all over and we're back.
Yep, so glad to be back touring again. Are there any tracks that you were particularly looking forward to playing that you hadn't been able to play yet?
Of course, we've been doing these summer festivals, and we did the US tour before this
Yep.
summer festival. So we've been playing most of the same stuff from the new album already. So of course, those are always fun.
Yeah.
Fun to play the new stuff.
Yeah, because you must have been like just ready to play. You must
But
have been
still play anything, because we still love to be on the stage together, and it's a privilege, like I said.
Do you know what? One of my favourite things about your band is how dedicated the fans are and how much love there is. Like, even in this room here, you can feel the love pouring in for the band. How do you deal with that? Do you look at social media? Do you read comments? Like, if people want to get noticed by you, how do they do that?
No, I never read any comments.
You don't, that's probably healthy.
That's really helpful for my mental health.
Yeah.
Never do.
He's the smart one.
Yeah.
No, I just can't do it. But yeah, you're right about that. We have really lovely and loyal fans. We see the same faces in the front row in the shows, have been for the past 20 years.
Wow.
And it also speaks volumes that this band has gone through a lot
Yeah.
of shit, and they're still there after all that. So that tells me that the music actually matters, not so much the drama behind it.
That's beautiful. You must get recognized a lot as well. Have you ever been recognized in anywhere that you weren't expecting to be recognized?
Yeah. In my local disco once, I was dancing with my wife, and one guy came to me and like, "Can I get your autograph?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's fantastic. Have you had it as well?
Not disco for me.
Not a disco.
That's more of his thing.
Yeah, not in the disco.
I had to take a selfie in Swiss Family Robinson treehouse in Disneyland.
Wow, okay. That's an interesting one. So someone just approached you and was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
he was like, are you there? Oh, yeah, sure, can we have a photo? And I was on a holiday in Disneyland, the last place I kind of wanted to be recognized, but it was okay.
With your Mickey Mouse ears on.
Actually, I had the goofy ears.
Did you? Oh, fantastic. So what have the fans got to look going forward for Nightwish? Because I imagine you've always got things happening and things in the pipeline.
Well, actually, for the past few weeks, we have been listening to the demo of the next album. Because of COVID, lots of free time, I decided to use that as well. So I wrote all the songs for the next album, demoed it, wrote the lyrics, and now we have been brainstorming over it with these guys.
Yeah, it's been great, and like the 6 of us in the same room listening to the fresh demos for the upcoming album, and checking the lyrics and the singing, like vocal parts and stuff like that. So it's been wonderful, and this man has been really productive. Of course, he did the Auri second album, and then we did the Dark Woods, my betrothed black metal thing together, and now he made the 10th Nightwish album in a while. So it's
Wow.
unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Music is pouring out from him quite wonderfully at the moment.
What do you think it is that inspires you? Because I imagine with writing, it's a bit like writer's block. It can be quite difficult. Sometimes you're inspired, sometimes you're not. But it sounds like you're going through a very inspired time.
Just look at the world and everything that's going on, the
Yeah.
good and the bad, the people, the different personalities you meet while spending a few decades in the sun while you're alive, the marvels of science, the personal experiences, again the good and the bad. It's a bottomless pit of inspiration.
Is there a particular story and you don't have to tell us if you don't want to share it, but is there a particular moment or story that you saw and you thought, I have to write about this?
Oh, so many of them, actually.
Really?
Yeah. like for this upcoming album, there's one song that I wrote, like, why doesn't the world know about this? They need to know this story because it's so inspirational. It's so full of goodness and it will wake people up.
Okay. Wow.
That was mysterious, wasn't it?
Do you know what? That is one of the best teasers for an upcoming album I have ever heard. And I don't know about everybody here, but I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it ASAP. Thank you so much for chatting to us here at Knotfest. And thank you everybody here for joining us and
thank
coming
you,
to say hi.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah,
Thank
cheers.
you.
See you soon.